He's a giant on the court, but his path to basketball fame is anything but ordinary. This isn't your typical story of a young prodigy dribbling a ball since he could walk. Buckle up because we're going deep inside the life of Zach Edey, the Purdue Boilermaker who wasn't always a hoops hero. We'll uncover the surprising sports he dominated before embracing his towering destiny on the hardwood. But his story goes beyond the games. We'll explore the unique challenges of living life at 7'4" and how Zach turned his size from an obstacle into an advantage. So get ready to be amazed, entertained, and inspired as we dive into Zach Edey's story and unique lifestyle. Zach Edey's early life was filled with challenges that set the stage for his future success. Born on May 14, 2002 in Toronto, Canada, Zach's parents, Julia and Glenn, never pushed him towards basketball, despite Julia's dreams of playing professionally. Julia, who stood at 5'9" in high school, caught the attention of coaches and even tried out for Canada's junior national team at 17. However, due to the lack of opportunities in women's basketball, she pursued a career in mechanical engineering instead. From the beginning, it was clear that Zach was special. Weighing 11 pounds and 3 ounces at birth, he was always tall, surpassing his teachers in height by 3rd grade and reaching nearly 6'1" by the end of 8th grade. Known as the big guy who played baseball, Zach's height was both a blessing and a curse. He often had to be cautious, once running through an exit sign at an AAU tournament and suffering a concussion from hitting a doorway at IMG Academy. His size made it hard for him to fit in, and he often felt like an outsider. Sports became Zach's escape from the pressures of being different. He loved baseball, inspired by his dad who coached youth leagues, and also enjoyed hockey for its speed and intensity. Despite his passion, coaches often suggested he focus on basketball due to his height, which initially made him resistant to the idea. Zach's determination and stubbornness played a unique role in his journey. After initially rejecting basketball to defy expectations, he eventually embraced the sport, setting the foundation for his remarkable career. Zach's passion for basketball ignited after he discovered an essential truth about himself. Growing up, basketball coaches constantly urged him to play, but Zach resisted simply because he didn't want to be pushed into it. He believed sports should be a personal choice and knew he wouldn't give his best effort unless he made that decision himself. It wasn't until his sophomore year of high school that Zach finally decided to embrace basketball. Despite being under-recruited as a 3-star prospect and playing as a traditional back-to-the-basket big man in an era dominated by three-point shooting, he made the decision to embrace his uniqueness. Realizing that being different helped him discover and embrace his true self, Zach began to love challenges and became comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. Standing at a towering 7 feet tall, he couldn't blend in even if he tried. So, he decided to find joy in the struggle. His multi-sport background also played a crucial role. Baseball honed his active hands and hand-eye coordination. The same fingers used to pitch a ball were the last ones flicking it in during a basketball shot. Hockey sharpened his anticipatory skills, enabling him to read plays and react swiftly on defense. Yet, Zach soon realized that to fully pursue his basketball journey, he would have to leave behind the sports he loved most. Zach almost gave up on his dreams before they came true. Basketball is a global sport, but the toughest competition is here in America. Zach knew he had to move to the States to elevate his game, even if it meant leaving his family and friends behind. Determined to play college basketball in America, Zach and his parents decided he would attend IMG Academy in Florida. At that time, Zach was relatively unknown, but his height showed promise. Shortly after moving to Florida, Zach hit a breaking point. Although he had always dreamed of playing in America, homesickness overwhelmed him. He said this, "I was miserable. I didn't want to do it anymore." However, his mom convinced him to stay until Christmas before making any decisions. During this period, Zach formed a strong bond with IMG coach Daniel Santiago. Instead of playing on IMG's top squad, he played on the high school team for his first season to gain more experience. Coach Santiago worked with Zach daily, allowing him to make mistakes and learn from them. He instilled confidence in Zach, reminding him that mistakes were part of the learning process. Gradually, Zach improved and was promoted to the school's national team the following year. He reclassified to the 2020 class and committed to playing college basketball. With his dream alive, Zach began receiving several offers and chose Purdue over Baylor and Santa Clara. Little did Purdue know they had just signed one of the greatest college players of all time. Before even stepping onto the court, Zach made history as a freshman, standing tall at 7'4" and becoming the tallest player in Big Ten history. Over the next 4 years, he used his height and evolving skills to become one of the all-time greats. By his junior year, Zach had one of the most statistically dominant seasons in college basketball history, averaging 22.3 points, 12.9 rebounds, 2.1 blocks, and 1.5 assists per game, with shooting percentages of 60.7% from the field and 73.4% from the free throw line. He swept all 6 major National Player of the Year awards, including the Wooden Award, Naismith Award, Big O Trophy, NABC National Player of the Year, AP National Player of the Year, and the Sporting News National Player of the Year. Additionally, he won the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award for the nation's top center and the Pete Newell Award for the nation's top post player. Zach also became Purdue's first Big Ten Player of the Year since 2017, earned first-team All-Big Ten honors, was named to the Big Ten All-Defensive Team, and was the Big Ten Tournament's most outstanding player. Zach made NCAA history by being the first player to achieve 750 points, 400 rebounds, 70 blocks, and 50 assists in a single season. Remarkably, he was the only player in the last 30 years to average 14 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block in under 20 minutes per game, and one of just 5 players to do so in under 25 minutes per game. His success validated the coaches who steered him towards basketball, but it was his embrace of his unique stature and relentless work ethic that earned him these accolades. Fortunately, Zach's rise in college sports coincided with a new era of college players earning money, allowing him to secure a lucrative deal. Despite not being in the NBA yet, Zach has earned a respectable amount through his basketball skills. Typically, lucrative net worths come from a mix of contracts, endorsements, and businesses. So far, Zach only has his contract, but he still earned over $100,000 during his college career. His current net worth is likely around $60,000, but big bucks await him as he is among this year's NBA draft prospects. Off-the-court hate has driven him to become an all-time great. At first glance, Zach seems like a nice, quiet kid who keeps to himself. However, inside, it's a different story. Over the years, he's faced plenty of hate from rival fans and even some racist remarks during the pandemic. But Zach welcomes it all, because like the Incredible Hulk, the angrier he gets, the better he plays. He said this, "I usually try to get myself angry. I'll just find some reason." He thinks about how people assume he's only good because of his height or how he wasn't highly recruited. His lock screen even has lyrics from the Game of 50 Cents, Hate It or Love It, which should give you just a little insight into the mind of Zach Edey. So there you have it, a look inside the life of the one and only Zach Edey. From hockey pads to baseball diamonds, his journey to basketball stardom is unlike any other. But one thing's for sure, this giant with a gentle touch is a force to be reckoned with on the court. If you enjoyed this glimpse into Edey's world, smash that like button and let me know in the comments below. What's the most surprising thing you learned about Zach? And while you're there, hit that subscribe button for more unique stories from NBA Swish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.